Dear learners, I welcome you all in this video, Circle MCQ 4. In the beginning, we see one or two formula. This is a formula when the extremities of a diameter of a circle are given, then we use this formula to find the equation of the circle. When x1 and y1, x1, y1 and x2, y2 are the extremities or the ends point of a diameter, then we get the circle with this formula. In this picture, we see two circles touch each other externally. In this case, we get C1, C2, that is distance between the centers, is equal to sum of the radii. If the circles touch each other internally, then the distance between the centers is equal to the difference between the radii of the circles. That is C1, C2 is equal to R1 minus R2. Okay, let us start our today's problem. As we solved 36 in 37 problems in 3 previous videos. We start from 38 in this video. See the problem. If the line segment joining the points -4, 3 and 12, -1 is taken as diameter of a circle, then what is the equation of the circle? You know, when the ends points of a diameter are given, then we use this formula to find the equation. So putting the value of x1, y1 and x2, y2, we get this equation. That is, in place of x1, we put -4. In place of x2, we put -12. Here it is 12. So in the formula, as it is minus, so it is -12. Then y minus y1 and y minus y2. So multiplying, we get x square minus 8x minus 48, y square minus 2y minus 3, and this is the equation of the circle. So option D is correct. Problem number 39. What is the touching point of the circles? This one and this one. Let us see the figure. If these two circles touch each other, then they have only one common point. This is the point of contact. That is, if we solve these two circles, we will get only this one point. So by solving, we try to find out the touching point. Now see, the solution is easy, as the x term in both equations are same. So if we subtract the equations, then this x term is omitted and we get y minus 3 whole square minus y minus 10 whole square is equal to 16 minus 9. So applying y minus b whole square formula, we get this one is equal to 7 and finally y is equal to 7. Putting this y is equal to 7 in equation 2, we get in first equation, we get this one. In place of y we put 7, then it is 4 square, that is 16, this is equal to 16. So here 0 is missing, so there will be a 0 at the right side. So we get x is equal to 2. So finally the point of contact is 2, 7. Question number 40. Which of the following touches the x-axis? Out of these four, which circle touches the x-axis? We need to find it. You know, when a circle touches x-axis, then g square is equal to c. This is the condition. So let us verify which circle fulfill this condition. Here you see in question number, in circle A, here g is equal to -1. So g square is equal to 1 and c is equal to 4. So this one doesn't satisfy this condition, g square is equal to c. In B, we see g is equal to -2. So -2, that is g square is equal to 4 and c is equal to 5. In circle C, here g square is equal to 1 and g is equal to -1 and c is equal to 1 also. So this circle C fulfill the condition. So this is the correct answer. Though D doesn't satisfy the condition, but there is an important thing. That is, before calculation, we must make the coefficient of x square and y square 1. That is, we have to divide the whole equation by 2. Then g square is equal to 1 by 4 and c is equal to 3 by 2. So C is the correct option here. Question number 41. What is the equation of the circle which passes through the point 3 minus 1 and concentric with the circle this one? It is, we have to find out the circle whose center is the center of this given circle and that circle passes through the point 3 minus 1. Concentric means having same centers. So the center of given circle and the required circle are same. So see what is the center of the given circle? 3 minus 4. So 3 minus 4 will be the center of required circle also. So this is the center of the required circle. And the circle passes through 3 minus 1. So what will be the radius? This is center and it passes through 3 minus 1. So this will be the radius. So this is center and this is radius. See, it is radius. Radius is equal to, applying distance formula of 2 points, we get radius is equal to 3. So this is center and this is radius. So what is the equation? X minus a whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square. This is the equation of the circle. X minus a whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square radius. This is a k. This is how we get the equation of the circle. Next, 42. If the line is a diameter of the circle, what is the value of k? Here, if this is a diameter of this circle, then how we can relate with these two? Diameter and anything of this circle. So diameter is definitely related with circle center. What we can find out easily. So what is the center here? K by 2 minus 1. So definitely center lies on diameter. So this center lies on this diameter. So if we put this point on this diameter, we get 2 into k by 2 minus 1 minus 3 is equal to 0. And finally we get k is equal to 4. So this is the value of k. Now 43. For what value of k does the line touch the circle? This one is equal to 0. I think we have solved this type of problem earlier also. Even though, see the solution. What is the center? Center of the circle is 4 minus 1 and radius g square plus f square minus c. g is equal to minus 2 g is equal to minus 4, it is a square, f is equal to minus 1, it is a square, and this is minus c. This is root over 30. And we know if a straight line touches a circle, then the distance from center to this circle is equal to radius. So center is 4, 1, the line is 3x plus ky minus 1 is equal to 0, and this is the radius. So distance between 4, 1 to this straight line is equal to root over 30. So this is the distance formula of a point to a straight line, and this is radius. So this is 12 minus 1, that is 11, k plus 11 whole square, and it is root 13 square is equal to 13, and a square of this, that is 9 plus k square. So after multiplication, we get the equation. Now we have to solve for k. We have to solve this equation for k. So after simplification, we have this term. Now we apply the factorization method. So 11k can be written as 12k plus k, and thereby we get these two factors, and we get k is equal to 2 and minus 1 by 6. So these are the values of k. Question number 44. If the circles this one and this one touch each other, what is the value of c? It is if these two circles touch each other, we have to find the value of c. But one thing we have to see here, how they are touched, it is not mentioned. They are touched in internally or externally, it is not mentioned. Okay, let us see what happens. Center of first circle minus 1, 0, and radius is equal to g square f square minus c. G is equal to 1, f is equal to 0, and c is c. So this is center and radius of first circle. Similarly, the center and radius of second circle, here x coefficient is 0 and y coefficient is 2. So dividing this by 2, we get f. So f square for center, it is minus g minus f. So if we divide the coefficient of y by minus 2, then we get minus 1. And this is radius. Now we see, we don't know either they touch internally or externally. So this is the common formula. Now, if they touch externally, then we put the plus sign, and if they touch internally, we put the minus sign. But one thing we have to know, two circles at a time cannot touch internally or externally. Okay, let us test first external case. So this is the distance between these two centers, and taking plus sign, we get this is r1, this is r2. So putting distance formula, we get here 1 and 1 root over 2 is equal to 2 root over 1 minus c. As this term is same, so we can add directly. So root 2 is equal to this. After making it a square both sides, we get c is equal to half. But let us see what happens when they touch internally. Okay, as the radii are same, so if we subtract, it will be 0. This 0, it means the distance between these two centers is also 0, but it cannot happen because this C1 and C2, they are completely different points, as it is minus 1, 0, and it is 0, minus 1. So definitely this C1 and C2 has a distance. But here, if we subtract, we get 0. So a distance what is existing, that cannot be 0. So you see mathematically this difference is 0, but here we have a distance of two centers. So this cannot happen. So the circle do not touch internally, they touch externally, and C is equal to half. This is the value. If the equations of two parallel tangents of a circle are this and this, what is the radius? If we draw the figure, it will be easy to understand. You see, these are the two tangents and they are parallel. So, distance between these two parallel straight lines here will be the diameter of the circle. So, if we can find out diameter, we can find out the radius. So, now let us find the distance between these two parallel straight lines. But you see, here these straight line and these straight lines are parallel. But one thing we should know, before calculation of two parallel lines, we should make the coefficients of x and y same. So here it is 2x 4y, here it is 6x minus 12y. So we we must make the coefficient of x and y same. So for this, we divide the equation by 3. Thereby we get this equation. Now we need to find out the distance between these two parallel lines. So we know the formula C1 minus C2 root over divided by root over a square plus b square. So if we consider it is C1 and it is C2, then the distance between the lines is C1 minus C2 divided by root over a square plus b square. So this is the distance between the parallel lines, that is, this is the diameter. So this is the diameter, this is simplification. Take this 3 in denominator, and this is diameter, so radius is equal to divide this by 2, then 17, and if we put 4 outside, then we get 2, and 2 into 3 it is 6. So this is the radius of the circle. Under what condition this will touch the circle? Similar problem we solved. The center is A0 and radius is equal to A, and we know if the straight line touches the circle, then distance from center to the straight line will be equal to its radius. The distance from A0 is 2. This straight line is equal to A. It is A plus 0 minus 1 divided by 1 square root over 1 square plus 1 square. That is A square plus B square. And A minus B whole square is equal to into root 2. Sorry, there is a mistake here. We have taken a square here, but we did not take a square here. We have to take a square here also. Then we get 2a square. Hereby we get the relation. So it should be a square. Now this is the relation, because we are asked under what condition out of these 4. So I think C is the correct option here. Next problem. What is the length of the intercept of the x-axis by the circle drawn on the line joining the points this one and this one as diameter? In first problem of today's video, we got the equation of circle when the extremities of a diameter are given, that is when the ends points of a diameter are given. So these are the points. First we have to find out the circle. Then we have to find out the intercept of x-axis. Okay, let us find the equation at first. These are the points. Applying this formula, x into x1, sorry, x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2. So this is x1, this is x2, this is y1, this is y2. So we get the equation first. It is x square minus 2x, then y square minus 2y minus 3, and this is the equation. Now we need to find the intercept of x-axis. I know the formula to g square 2 root over 2 into root over g square minus c. This is the intercept. So g is equal to minus 1 and c is equal to minus 3. So we get 4. So this is the intercept of x-axis. Now 48. The center of a circle passing through origin is 4, 3. That is, center is 4, 3. Center is 4, 3 and it passes through origin. Now, which of the following points is not on the circle? Exceptional question, not. So we have to find out the circle first and we have to see which point is not on the circle. Definitely out of these 4, 3 points are on the circle. Okay, let us find the equation first. So this is center and the circle passes through origin. So the distance from this point and origin will be the radius. This is center and the circle passes through origin. So this is the radius. So what is the radius? Distance between these 2 points. So radius is 5 here. So this is center and this is radius. Center and 5 is radius. So using the formula x minus a whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square. You get this equation. Simple. X square y square then minus 8x minus 6y and this 4 16 and this 9 25 and it is 25. So they are minimized on both sides. Okay. Now we have to test which point is not on the circle. A, B, C, and D. So this is the equation. So let us put x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 3. We get it is 0. If we put minus 1 in place of x and 3 for y, minus 1 for x and 3 for y, we get 0. That means minus 1, 3 is on the circle. Now what about B? X is equal to 9 and y is equal to 3. Putting this 81, then 9, minus 9, 72 and minus 18. So it is 90 and it is 90. So it is also 0. So B is also on the circle. Now see point 03. This is 0. This is 9. This is 0. This is minus 18. So this is minus 9 and this is not is equal to 0. So we have got the point. 03 is not on the circle. Same goes to D. After calculation, if we get 0, so D is also on the circle. So finally, we can decide 03 is not on the circle. Not. Now 49. The distance from the center of the larger circle to common chord of the circles at these 2 circles is which one? That is, we have to be clear on our question, the given part. We have to find out the distance from center of the bigger circle, larger circle. We have 2 circles, so we have to find out the larger circle. And Distance from that larger circle center to common chord. We have to find two things: the center of larger circle and common chord. So how we can find out center of larger circle? So where the radius is more, that circle is larger, and common chord, subtracting two equations of circles, we get common chord. So first, larger circle. Center of first circle 2, 4 and radius 5. Same formula, g square plus f square minus c. Then for second circle, the center is 3 minus 7 and radius is equal to root over 66. So root over 66, it is more than 8 and it is 5. So this radius is bigger. So this is the center of the larger circle. Now we have to find out the common chord. Common chord we can find out directly by subtracting two equations. So if we subtract the equations, we get x square y square cut off, then minus 4x minus 8y minus 5 here, plus 6x minus 14y plus 8. And this is the common chord. Now our target is to find out the distance from this point, that is center of bigger circle, to this common chord. So how to do it? 2 into 3, this is the point, and minus 22 into minus 7 plus 3 divided by coefficient of x, coefficient of y square, that is the square root of x coefficient, square of y coefficient. This is 6, this is 154 and 3, and 4 plus 484, this is 163 by root over 488. So this was the center of bigger circle and this was the common chord. And this is the required distance. And this is the last problem of this video. I hope you understand this, and definitely you should practice this. And that is all in this video. Thank you for watching the video.